Sure everything's okay as far as audio. Alright, audio sounds good. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Maitland Rutledge. Welcome to another episode, part 2 of the Madden 24 Tennessee Titans rebuild. Hope y'all are having a good Monday. It is actually the first day of real-life NFL free agency, and I gotta tell y'all what, there's been a lot of crazy stuff that's already happened. Saquon Barkley's going to the Philadelphia Eagles. We got Kirk Cousins going to the Atlanta Falcons. And all that stuff. And Josh Jacobs going to the Green Bay Packers, and now they're going to release Aaron Jones because they don't need him anymore. But I like to point out that none of the moves that have been made today involve any good for my Cowboys, because Tony Pollard's going to the Tennessee Titans, who I'm rebuilding, coincidentally, who, do need a running back. And, we re-signed Derrick Henry in this rebuild. We're going to build around him. Tyler Biadasz going to the Commanders, and so is Dorrance Armstrong. So, 2 guys going back to play for Dan Quinn. That's great. This is the way the free agency goes for my Cowboys. But I'm trying to kind of block it out a little bit. I will tell you this. While I am doing this live stream, I actually do have my Twitter feed open because on my laptop because I'm just waiting for anything possible to happen with my Cowboys. Because, quite frankly, I always feel like that sometimes I get my hopes up with them, and then maybe they do something, but then ultimately they just don't. And they just flat out don't go all in. Jerry, Steven, you're clowns. All right, getting back to Madden. So, year 2 of this Titans rebuild, what I'm going to do with this one, which is a little bit different, and it mostly came down to the fact that we did not have a whole lot of draft picks in the first draft. We're going to go with Will Levis. 70 overall quarterback, I know. But he's going into his second year. Maybe he can develop a little bit more. We still have Malik Willis backing him up at 63 overall. And we did draft Cameron Rising, a rookie quarterback out of Utah, in the latter part of the draft. Just because I looked at the free agent pool, and there really weren't any good, decent quarterbacks that I felt could be third-string guys. We still have Derrick Henry. We re-signed him to a deal that's going to keep him here for basically the rest of the rebuild. I mean, 95 overall running back. I know he's 30 years old, but I don't think he's slowing super down just yet. I don't think there's as much wear and tear as many kind of talk about. And we still have Spears backing him up, and we still have Haskins and Chestnut as well. I signed a Ethan Carter, who's a starting fullback, and he actually is a tight end / fullback combination, but 70 overall fullback that fits our scheme, I thought it was worth going for. We still have Hop, and we have an 81 overall Chris Samuel, who we signed in free agency, the former Commander. We still have Burks, and Troy Franklin is the guy that we drafted. He was our first-round pick. Just felt like, worth it going to get some more weapons in order to help out Will, and hopefully continue to help with his development. Silva Conway was our starting tight end, 76 overall. We drafted Joe Alt, actually, with our first pick. We actually took Franklin in the second round because he slipped. But we took a 75 overall Joe Alt, left tackle out of Notre Dame. We need some offensive line help. I know that we signed A.J. Jackson in free agency, but what I'm considering doing is, if we need to, maybe kick him over to right tackle, so that way we can maximize our best players at every position. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move Jackson over to right tackle because the guy over there currently is a 70 overall. Hopefully Jackson doesn't take a dip because of me changing his position. So that'll give us solid tackles for our rookie because I want him to start, and Dillard is a decent backup for him. So yeah, Jackson is going to be our starting right tackle for the season. We still have Patrick Freire, and we still have Hubbard, and we still have Okonwu. As far as left guard, Skoronski, we really couldn't do much better than him this offseason, so we're going to stick with him 70 overall. We did get a new center in Connor Williams, and we also drafted Charles Turner III. Both those guys are scheme-fit guys, and Connor Williams, pretty solid. Daniel Brunskill, 74 overall, and of course we got a 74 overall A.J. Jackson over there now. So our offensive line has been revamped. We did sign Christian Wilkins, who in real life went to the Raiders, I believe. But we were able to get him 87 overall. He's not a scheme fit guy, but he was one of the best defensive ends on the market, so I decided to pull the trigger on him. We still have Jeffrey Simmons starting at the other defensive end. We did sign Michael Pierce, defensive tackle, to help out. I brought back Autry, even though Pierce is going to overtake him. I still think having Autry for depth is going to be pretty solid for this year. We have Arden Key coming back at left outside linebacker. I brought back Al Shahir, 78 overall middle linebacker. We have Otis and we have Wallow to back him up. We did bring back Luke Gifford just for depth reasons. Harold Landry, the third, 79 overall right outside linebacker, and I brought back Bud Dupree, not because he was on last year's team, but he was a Titan in his earlier days, so I basically brought him back after he was in free agency. I know he's 31 years old, but he's basically a guy that we brought in for depth. Roger McCreary, 81 overall, and Steven Nelson, 81 overall cornerbacks. Roger was here last year. Nelson is a new guy, so hopefully, bringing in Nelson will help with our cornerback depth. We still have Farley, although he really doesn't seem like he's developed very much. 3 years in the league, 75 overall. We have Miles Bryant, and we have TJ Tampa, who we drafted out of Iowa State. I don't know how he'll develop buried on the depth chart like this, but we'll see. We still have Elijah Molden as our starting free safety, and Amari Hooker is coming back as our starting strong safety. And he actually made the Pro Bowl last year at 81 overall, so I felt good sticking with him. We have a new kicker in Koo, and Stonehouse, our punter, I went ahead and I brought him back. So this is our roster that we're going with. I don't really know what to expect from Will in his first full year as a starter because, of course, we didn't bring back Ryan Tannehill. So we're giving the keys to Will for this next season. So that's what we're going with. So let's go ahead and get through the preseason. We're probably going to have a few moves to make. Right now our roster is at 57 guys, so we only are going to have to cut probably 4 guys at the end of the season. I didn't really check to see the free agents that are still out there, but I really don't think we can do any better than what we currently have. So I'm not really going to mess with bringing in somebody on a 1-year deal just yet. If we have injuries, which it looks like we actually already do, then I may have to consider that. So we actually have 2 new injuries. Let's see who's hurt. So Derrick Henry is out for 1 week with a hip pointer. Jeffrey Simmons is out for 4 weeks with a foot fracture. Oh my gosh, partial ACL tear for Al Shahir. Wow, our starting middle linebacker is out for 7 weeks. First game of the preseason and he's hurt. Jackson is hurt and A.J. Jackson is hurt, but those guys are only gone for 1 week. Okay, well, we're going to have to make a move in free agency to get some middle linebacker help to see, really what's out there. Because I know that we have, solid backup depth, but Moses, I don't really know. I don't know if I want to take a risk for that. Let's see if there's anybody out here who's at least decent. Jordan Hicks is out there. Yeah, number 58, 76 overall, older guy, bringing him in. He fits the scheme. Let's bring him in for some help. Because, Al's going to come back, but I want somebody in here who, is solid enough. I want somebody in here who's going to be able to help fill the void while Al is out for a little bit. 7 weeks is not super long, but it may help in the beginning of the season. So yeah. So Jordan Hicks is rocking number 13 right now. Let me see if I can actually change his number to something that's more respectable, maybe in the 50s or something like that. So let's see if there's a number in the 50s I can give him just to make him look a little bit more like himself, I guess. Hicks, you can wear 59. He'll wear number 59. So we have Jordan Hicks in here, 76 overall. Even with him still on the roster, backing up here, I think that'll definitely help us out a little bit in terms of, having a solid linebacker there. I know it says bridge player, and that is what he is. But, with Shahir out for 7 weeks with a partial ACL tear, that's going to hopefully help us out a little bit. We actually won our first preseason game despite all the injuries that we had. Although most of the injuries, including the one at Derrick Henry, is only a 1-week deal, so I'm not too concerned about that just yet. Alright, let's upgrade some players. We lost our second preseason game to the Rams. Let's go ahead and upgrade our guys and get down to business with... wrapping up the preseason and getting down to our cut days. Because right now our roster is at 58 players. So obviously with bringing on Jordan Hicks, I got a feeling that one of our middle linebackers is definitely going to be hitting the open market. We're definitely going to have to make some cuts in the linebacking core and maybe on the offensive line because we have a lot of depth at the tackle spots, but we have to cut 5 players. And we have 2 more new injuries. Who's hurt now? Michael Pierce broke his femur and he's out for the season. Wow, our brand new defensive tackle we signed to be the starter is out for the season. Oh my goodness. Well, he's going on IR, which means that we only now have to cut probably 4 players now. Looks like Al's still on pace to come back 5 weeks from now. Nicholas Petit-Frere, our backup right tackle, is out for 6 weeks with a ruptured disc. Jeffrey Simmons out for 2 weeks with a foot fracture. Oh, man. Well, I think we're just going to have... I'm going to have to bring in some defensive end help, at least a little bit. So... we'll get to cut days, but I got to bring in some defensive help at, defensive tackle and defensive line, especially with Pierce out for the season. We got to see what we got out here. Right end, we need help. Wise, and Chandler Jones. But Wise has the higher overall, so I'm going to take him. We're going to sign Wise as a right end to help with some depth there because we got injuries there. What about defensive tackles? We need a new defensive tackle basically for the season. I know we brought back Autry. Now I'm glad I really did because, he's out. All right, well, there's not a whole lot of good stuff to choose from, but I'm going to bring in Raekwon Davis. He's a scheme fit guy. That's why I preferred him over the guy that was rated above him, why I preferred him over Jones. So we're bringing him in for defensive help. Hopefully he and Autry can at least match a little bit of what we expected, of course, to bring for Pierce to bring for this season. But that's gut-wrenching. Our new starting defensive tackle that we just gave a new contract to is out for the whole season. So now we're down to Autry and, Raekwon is actually rated lower than Greg Gaines. So it's going to be Autry and Greg Gaines as being the main guys for that defensive tackle spot. Now, Simmons is out for a few weeks. He'll be back, but we have Wise coming in as a defensive end to help back him up a little bit and, basically start for the beginning portion of the season. So it's pretty tough for year 2 to start with as many injuries as we have, especially with Pierce. So obviously that means we got more players that we need to cut. So we got to cut 6 guys now. Running back, we have 3 guys here. Chestnut, let's come back to Chestnut later. Dowell, I'm gonna put him on practice squad. Jackson is injured, so I don't even know if we can do anything with him. How many receivers do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, well, we got 6 wideouts right now. I'd like to keep that amount active, but I don't know. Ruprich is a guy that we brought back. It's going to be risky, but I'm going to move into practice squad. Right guard. I feel like right tackle, we got some extra depth here. Yeah, we do. Ojonokuwu, I'm going to risk putting him on practice. Hopefully he doesn't get snatched up too quickly, but we'll see. Defensive tackle, we're going to keep that the way it is. Middle linebacker, we got a lot of extra guys. Jojo Doman, I'm going to move him to practice. I may have to come back and cut Luke Gifford, but let me see. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I don't want to let any of our corners go. Kicker. Hopefully it's not too distracting, but in my complex, there's some guys that have been mowing outside all day. I guess it's part of the whole spring cleanup thing, but I don't know. So Chestnut, I'm going to take a gamble and move him to practice squad. We still have 3 running backs active, so I don't think that's too bad. And unfortunately, I think I'm just gonna have to I'm just gonna cut Jackson. So it is what it is. All right. So based on the moves that we made in free agency, with bringing some guys in based on the injuries that we have currently to the team, this is the group that we're going into this season with. But I mean, obviously, my expectations are not really high, so I'm not really expecting too much from the team this year, if I'm being brutally honest. But this is potentially a good thing for Will Levis's development. Giving him a full year as the starter, I think, is something that could help him out a little bit. And this is kind of a different kind of rebuild I'm going with. I'm not going for the hotshot rookie quarterback like I was with Caleb Williams or Drake May in past rebuilds or anything like that. We're just gonna go with Will and see what all we can get done. So that's what we're going with. First things first, obviously, we got to choose our draft class. Let's go ahead and import a local file. We got to go with the 2025 draft. I believe this is the correct one. Let's go with this one. Let's see if it should be accurate. Drew, Campbell, Johnson, yeah, Marvin Jones, Jimmy Cade, yeah. All right, cool. Just wanted to make sure I had the right class, Okay, so draft class is in here and ready to be evaluated. Well, I think the players that are ready to negotiate are the players that we just picked up, free agents and all that. But we're not going to look. But we're looking at those guys potentially as one-year rentals anyway. So I don't know if I'm really looking to invest in those guys. At least not right now for the future. Based on our injuries that we had at key positions, we had to bring some guys on in the preseason. That's just the way it is. Okay, then. So first game at Buffalo. But let's simulate to the middle of the season and see how Will Levis is doing in his first full year as a starter for this team. Hopefully he gets above at least... Hopefully he gets in the mid-70s this year, but I don't know. Hopefully by the middle of the season, we've at least gotten a couple of wins under our belt. Well, if we got Derrick Henry and Derrick Henry can still run the football decently, we at least still have that dimension to our game as far as the team is concerned. But we'll see. Hopefully investing in Derrick Henry wasn't a big mistake, for basically the rest of this for the rest of the rebuild potentially, but just feel like it was worth it. 95, and it's one of the best backs in the league, so why not? But like I said, my expectations are not very high for year 2 for this rebuild, just due to the issues that we've had and everything like that. So, well, actually, we're not off to a bad start. We're 4-3. We're third place in the AFC South. The Colts are at the top of the division at 6-1, and we actually played those guys next. So this could potentially be a pretty big game. If we win this one, maybe we can kind of launch ourselves into a little bit of the conversation. Looks like Alt is developing a little bit. He's up to a 76 already. He started the year as a 75, so our first round pick, our left tackle, is looking pretty solid to start out with. Breakout scenario from one of our DBs, Roger. All right, so we got a game day goal for him for the Colts game. Hopefully it can happen, but we'll see. Let's take a look at the negotiating screen. We already got 10 guys that can negotiate contracts with, but let's see. Wise and Hicks and Davis, you guys are one-year rentals. We're not looking to invest very much into y'all. I'm sorry. Now, I'm kind of interested in bringing back Hopkins because I don't know if we can just get another random 87 overall wide receiver. We have $64 million. Stonehouse I'm willing to let walk. Nelson is only coming in on a 1-year deal anyway, but I maybe want to. I think I want to try to keep him for a little bit longer if I can. Will he take 1 year? So he wants more. He wants a multi-year deal. Okay, so we'll think about that for the next time. You know, Koo, solid kicker. We can always get another new kicker. If Pierce comes back from injury, I'm okay with letting Autry walk because we only brought him back on a 1-year deal anyway. Caleb Farley, I'm on the fence about. But Molden is our starting free safety, but maybe we can do better in free agency. Greg is, you know, really a backup. But I may look to bring him back just for depth reasons if we're going to let Autry walk. Maybe Bud and maybe our fullback. Okay, so we don't have a whole lot of big-name guys. The biggest big-name guy that we do have is actually DeAndre Hopkins, in my opinion, as far as one of our key performers on the offense. But we'll see how the season progresses and if, you know, Hop is worth a long-term investment. He's still solid, I mean, but I don't know. I'm just not 100% sure on the trigger yet. But I would like to bring back Nelson for maybe a couple more years as far as cornerback. So yeah. All right. Well, let's see about this game against the Colts. Let's see if we can get get a win here and maybe stack some on top of each other. Possibly try to keep ourselves afloat over 500. But we'll see. We actually beat the Colts in an upset win, so we're 5-3, and we're playing the Jaguars, who are winless. They haven't won a game this year. Wow. I don't know how our DB performed, but let's see. Putting my talent to good use. All right, development trade upgrade. So Roger McCreary's getting a little bit of a boost this year, so that's good. He's one of our starting corners. I mean, Nelson is a guy that, of course, we're looking to bring back. As a matter of fact, let's get back to the negotiating and see if we can get Nelson to come back on maybe a multi-year deal. Because I think he would be interested in that. His interest is actually going up a little bit. So let's go with a player-friendly deal. This is a 2-year offer. Good offer. Okay, so he just wanted a multi-year deal, so that's fine. But we still have $58 million left, so we still got a lot of cap room. Let's see about this initial neutral deal for Hopkins. Bigger, so he wants more. Okay. Well, if we do invest in him, that's going to be a lot of cap. So I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about investing a whole lot of money into him. Can't negotiate the gains until week 11. Molden, I think I'm going to let walk. We'll try to get a better free safety in the offseason. Maybe Weaver at the end. He may not be asking for too much, but we'll see. All right, so let's go ahead and upgrade some players while we're at it. We got a couple of media questions to answer at the bottom, so we'll see. So let's see what Jonathan Coachman has to ask us. You're in a good spot. Winning each week. You know, we're playing a little bit above our heads based on what my expectations were, at least for this second year. So we'll take it game by game right now. Andre Hopkins. We'll continue to negotiate and get there. You know, Hopkins is somebody that I think I would like to invest in, but 4 years is a lot of years. I could always try to get him back in free agency when it actually opens up. Maybe things will be a little bit lower. But I don't know. Well, hopefully we don't blow this game against the Jaguars, because I know that, 5-3 going against 0-8, I really don't want to give the Jaguars their first win of the season. But something tells me we might, because... Oh, we didn't. Okay, but we only won by 3 points. So we squeaked out a win. But we're 6-3 right now, which is, a little bit better than what I expected us to be at, if I'm being brutally honest. Now, based on the way that the Texans are also playing and the Colts are, we're all tied at 6-3 in the division. So There's not, so it's going to be a situation where even if we maybe go 9-8 or 10-7, we still may not make the playoffs. So can't, put all of it in that regard. Well, I'm going to wait on Hopkins towards the latter part of the season if I want to do any negotiating with him. Farley is interested in coming back, but I think we can do a little bit better in terms of depth. So we'll kind of come back to these guys later in the year. See about negotiating more years with them. Game against the Bears. They're 4-4, so they're looking to get above 500. We're 6-3 right now. And we dropped our first game for the first time in a couple of games. So we didn't lose by much, but we did lose. So we're now fully at third in the division because the Texans and the Colts both won. So they're lockjawed right now for trying to get first place in the AFC South. Let's go ahead and upgrade. Looks like Troy Franklin's getting some extra minutes. It looks like he's developing a little bit, so that's good. Based on the fact that we didn't have a whole lot of draft picks this first year, the few rookies that we were able to get, it's good to see them at least getting some playing time to develop at least a little, because, that's what I'm kind of worried about, that, if we're doing this rebuild, not really going after a bunch of the, top tier rookies, at least in the first year, to really launch the rebuild fully into full scale of building around a young rookie quarterback or something like that, that's what I'm hoping for. So I think that, $2 million for Greg for 2 years, I think, is a decent offer to get some depth at defensive tackle because we're letting Autry walk. Pierce is going to come back, but I think it's acceptable to bring back Gaines for depth reasons, so that way we at least have some stability there. And Bud is another guy I'm kind of interested in retaining for depth reasons, even though he is getting a little bit up there in age. But I'm not 100% sure. I think Carter is a guy I'm willing to let walk. Reduns is our backup left guard, and so is Daniel Brunskill is actually our starter, but we could probably do better at right guard in free agency. We could look at investing in that. And top, I'm going to come back to Thomas, our backup tight end, but we can get another backup tight end in the draft or free agency this offseason. So, yeah, I think it's really Hopkins is the main deal. Hopefully that meter goes up a little bit so he's actually interested in coming back. Because, I just don't know if I want to bet the house too much and not have any cap room to do anything in the offseason. We got another game against the Colts. They're 7-3, we're 6-4. And we won. We swept the Colts this season. And we are now at first place in the AFC South. Wow. So we went undefeated against the Colts this year, who have been looking like the best team in the AFC South. And we have now leapfrogged them, and the Texans are all the way down to third place. So that was a big win for us going into the bye week now. Let's see about upgrading our staff a little bit, because we've got 18 skill points to spend. I don't really know if we can do too much. Let's check out the talent tree for Aaron Ward, our defensive coordinator, and see if there's anything we can upgrade here. Small potatoes, but let's see. 2, 8. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this one. 8 here as well. And we only have 2 points to spend. Okay, so we spent a little bit on Aaron Ward, our defensive coordinator, to give him some more traits, unlock some more stuff for his tree. So that's decent. All right. Let's see about the negotiating now. It's the bye week, so there's not a game going on. Does anybody else I was considering negotiating with? Who's available? No, none of these guys will be available till the latter part of the season. So maybe around week 15 or something like that, we'll look at investing in those guys. All right, well, let's get through the bye week, and we'll get ready for our next game, which is another divisional matchup against the Houston Texans, which is still a big game, even though we're up in the second place. But you see, they won, and so did the Colts. So now we're down to third place again. based on what transpired with them and the fact that we had a bye, so we didn't play. All right, then. So things are getting a little bit tight for the division race for first and second in the AFC South. So this is going to be a pretty tough division for us to win. I mean, then again, this team is kind of exceeding my expectations a little bit, to be completely honest. You know, we've already won more games than we won last year by this point. So, you know, it looks like Will is having a solid year in his first year as a starter. It looks like he's doing okay. So maybe just worth to kind of hitch the wagon up to him and see how far he can take us in this rebuild. All right, then. I'm not going to look at any negotiations this week. Let's just see if we can get a win against the Texans at 8-4 and see if we can get a win. That win against the Colts is pretty big, but can we have 2 big division wins in a row? Unfortunately, we can, and we actually kind of lost pretty big in this one. Lost 42-23, so kind of slipping a little bit. 7-5 isn't bad, but you know, we don't have a whole lot of games left. I think it looks like we have the Texans left, pipe, and of course, sorry guys, I had to make sure that my live stream is still going because it stopped for a little bit and it kept trying to refresh and I felt like it was going to crash because that does happen to me sometimes. Okay, unfortunately against the Steelers we lost, so we're going against an 8-5 Dolphins team. We're 7-6 right now, so looking like not really too good at a chance of making the playoffs. But you know what? This season has gone a little bit better than I expected already. You know, I think Will is getting his feet under him a little bit. We just need a little bit more help, and maybe we'll be able to contend better next year. Well, we won against the Dolphins. We're now second place in the AFC South. Let's see about the playoff picture right now as we go into Week 16. We are in the picture as the final wild card seed right now at number 7. So, that makes things a little bit interesting. But based on how tight the division race is, we can easily fall out of contention for that if we lose this next game against the Broncos. Because the Colts are 8-6 as well, and the Texans are only 1 game above us. So, you know, the Colts could slip all the way up if the Texans lose. So, you know, we're not out of the woods just yet. We're trying to be able to possibly get into the playoffs. Looks like some of our players are starting to get a little bit stronger as the season gets to the end. So we actually have 2 division games left to end the season. So that actually might kind of bode well for us in terms of records, because we're playing against the Texans Week 17 next week, and then we got the Jaguars to wrap up the season, and they are winless. So even if we're out of playoff contention for whatever reason, if like we lose these next 2 games, we could potentially send the Jaguars to NFL infamy as the third 0-win team in the history of the NFL. So there's a little bit of, you know, kind of, you know, trollish pride there, I guess. I don't know where I went with that. Trollish is not really a word. I mean, you know, I don't know. Just, you know, if we win that game, then the memes will start coming out and everybody will be like, you know, chomping at that, you know, eating it up like some good soup on a Sunday. I don't know where I was going with that comment. All right, well, meanwhile, you know, the Broncos are 6-8, and if we want to actually get into the playoffs, we can't really be slipping up right now, especially with the 2 division games that we have left down the pipe. So let's see if we can get a win against the Broncos. And unfortunately, we don't. So let's take a look at the playoff picture with 2 weeks left to go. No sign of us. No sign of us at all. So now the way that things are shaping up, it's looking like that the Colts would now be in the driver's seat for being in the playoffs as a 6th seed, and the Texans have slipped down to the 4th seed. So based on the way that that's looking, looks like that, you know, if we lose this next game against the Texans, and the Jaguars actually got their first win, so we can't send them into infamy. That's a little bit disappointing, but it is what it is. So this game against the Texans is pretty crucial. We still have a slim chance for a playoff spot, but we've won, you know, more games than we had all of last year. So this team has done better this year. They've exceeded expectations that at least I created in my mind. So let's see. See if we can get a win against the Texans. But I don't know. And we beat the Texans. So we're first place in the AFC South. Wow. We've launched ourselves into the division lead. We're now in the 4th seed. Texans are in the 7th seed. Whoa. Okay, so this rebuild is looking a little bit better than I expected in year 2. So how about that? Despite all the injuries that we've had, we have a chance to get to the playoffs and, win the division. So this is big time for us. But let me check out a couple of things. But all of our records are the same. So I think the thing that I just have to do is just to ensure I think I just need to go ahead and play this game against the Jaguars. It's a game that we should easily win, but I don't want to risk simulating this and us not winning it, just to make sure that we don't lose out on winning the division and getting into the playoffs. So I'm going to play this game. I was planning on playing it anyway, but we can't lose. Number one, it'd be humiliating to lose to a 2-14 Jaguars team, number one. Number two, it would be humiliating for us to lose our grip on the division after we had a huge win against the Texans, especially to do it against a team like the Jaguars, which I don't know how they're 2-14 right now. They must have lost everybody. Trevor Lawrence must be out for like the season or something. I don't know how they're 2-14 right now. They must have injuries all across the board, but I'll see what they're looking like. Today, all right, we got to go on the road to Duval to do this. Doug Peterson is still their coach. Looks like that Trevor Lawrence is still their quarterback. So the fact they're 2-14 is kind of questionable to me, but we'll see. But it looks like they're going to give us the first opportunity to start this drive. So let's get after it, and let's leave no doubt out here, Will, let's get the playoffs on a high note. Strong note. Hawkins, we almost threw a pick on the first play. That's my fault, though. That's not all on you, Will. It was a bad decision by me.
These two teams met in Nashville earlier in the year.
Let's go to the inside zone to Henry. Let's get the running game going.
Jacksonville would give them the season series.
Derek, there we go. Derrick Henry with a nice first down run. That's the way we like to start off this drive. Nice job. Let's go.
17 yards on that play for the Titans. Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here.
Will. Almost hit Hopkins.
Intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive. INT.
All right, we got Spears in here now for a little bit of change of pace.
Spears on 2nd down.
Big draw didn't really do much right there.
He'll be stopped
3rd and 7.
46. Gain of 3. Now 3rd down and 7. Levis looking to throw.
Curtis Samuel. Bad throw. That was a bad throw.
Well, for a guy going for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
Punt it away. Not the way I wanted to start off this game with a punt.
His first one here's away.
Down it right there. All right. Well, we got a pretty good punt with Stonehouse. So now they got to drive the ball all the way down the field.
Down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired.
Good job by the punter.
I don't think he could have walked down and...
And Jacksonville is already driving right down the field on us, on our defense. 2-14 Jacksonville. It looks like they have everybody, too. I don't know how they haven't won any games. They must have played a brutal schedule this year. Get in there. There we go. Make that tackle on ETN. Perfect. Actually lost it. Good job, Autry.
In his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And they're going to give it to him.
No way. Trying to do like similar things on back-to-back plays. That ain't going to work. Nice job, D.
And it leaves him with 3rd and 11.
All right, 3rd down and 11.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11.
Play here.
Looking to throw.
Oh, nope. Bad throw by Lawrence. They're going to settle for the field goal.
I think that was a good job there.
They are going to score first, but at least it wasn't a touchdown.
But once they get their backs to the goal line,
but based on the way that this first quarter is shaping out so far, it's actually just about over. Looks like we actually may have a little bit of a tough battle on our hands, even with the 2-14 Jaguars team. We got to earn our way to the division title, which, hey, I'll give Jacksonville credit already. We're on offense. We have a third down and 6.
This defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. Levis on third down.
Samuel. No, get away. Oh my gosh, I couldn't break away from that tackle. I thought an underneath route would do it. It didn't. 4th and 2. Going for it. Going for it. I don't want to leave any doubt. Let's go for it. Come on, Henry. Come on, Henry.
They'll run for it with
Derrick Henry picks up the easy first down. There we go. Another little power football.
At the 37.
And you know what, Henry? If I get another chance, we're gonna keep beating you on this drive if we can. All right. Well, we got a third down and 9, so now we have to go to the pass.
Coming second quarter, third down, and this defense just trying to force the field goal attempt. Here's Levis.
Oh boy. And oh my God.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought
well, we're still in field goal range, so we can tie this thing up. All right, come on.
Second quarter,
2-minute warning.
3-0.
Man, this is a dogfight in the first half. 3-0.
Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45.
I don't know if that's going to do it. Oh! Oh! Dang it!
Off the left upright and deflects away. It's
Oh!
no good.
I didn't quite have it accurate in the middle. Oh! Oh! Jeez. Okay, well, we still got the ball. We actually still have a shot. We're in the red zone. Less than a minute to play in the first half. Burks, make that catch. Gets the first down and goal. Let's go.
And the Titans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Spears in the end zone for our first touchdown. Let's go. That's just what we needed. We just scratched and clawed, but fought our way into the end zone to go up by 4 at the end of the first half. All right, defense, come on. Third down and 5. Let's get them off the field here. Points are at a premium right now.
Reign supreme. Can the defense reign supreme once more on third down? Let's find out. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
First down, Jacksonville.
So a big third down coming up here for the defense, trying to preserve a very slim lead in the third quarter. From the gun on third down.
Oh my goodness!
How did
he warp over there? How did Calvin really get over there? I don't know.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Looking middle, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good
make that tackle. Make that play. There we go.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down.
I feel like they're still going to try to get us with a little quick pass.
Lawrence on third down.
Oh my gosh, we hit him and he still found him. Oh man.
Zay Jones.
Well, they scored to take the lead in third. 2nd and 7. But we're in the red zone here.
First down play is over. It's now
I think it's Derrick Henry
and 7. On 2nd down,
oh my!
And he stopped immediately there.
Derrick Henry stopped immediately. What else is new in the real life NFL? Gotta get this first down. stick. Come on, Hop. Hop. Got it! One-hander! Oh my goodness, DeAndre Hopkins. Wow.
That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the
Hopkins,
play.
You might have just...
Really? Did we just see that?
I don't want to base a contract on one play, but you make plays like that, you're staying here. All right, I think Hopkins is going to be a Titan next.
Catch to pick up the first.
I'm not risking letting a guy go that make one-handed catches like that on third downs, big third downs, to win the division.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
all right, Henry's back in now.
Without a doubt, and so far today, he's got one, but was denied
in there.
as he tried to get...
Touchdown, Derrick Henry. Let's go. We got the lead back. Big touchdown right there. Set up by a critical one-handed DeAndre Hopkins catch. Here comes Jacksonville.
The key coming up here, preserve the lead for this defense.
4 minutes to
close
go.
Game. Third down, here we go. Now Lawrence to throw.
Brought the blitz. Might not have, yeah, that wasn't a good idea. Ingram wide open.
The Titans 27-yard.
They're down again.
It's a third down situation in the fourth quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. On third down, Lawrence. He'll drop that underneath to ETN. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Jag.
First and goal to go.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6.
They're going to go quicker. They're going to kind of let this thing tick down. I don't know. I guess they're going.
Now Lawrence.
Wide open. Touchdown. Now we got to drive down the field and either tie it or win the game. So they're going to give us the whole drive. We got 2 minutes left to get down this field and hopefully just get this win. All right, Will. Find out what you're made of here, son. Okay, it's a short pass, but we just needed to get a basic pass in here to give him some confidence.
Before he's out of bounds. So the Titans in possession of the football.
Second down,
here as we
6
get
yards.
you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Oh my goodness, I pushed the freaking button.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's
oh, jeez. Caught! First down. Let's go. Oh my goodness.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and
I don't know how I caught that. Just throw it away. Okay, good gracious. Our right tackle is not blocking anybody. Jackson, what are... That's not Jackson. Whoever you are, block somebody.
Levis to throw.
Burks breaks it. Okay, all right, timeout. We got to burn one of them. 57 seconds left. 3rd and 1.
To the 46.
Man.
The Titans going to use the first of the timeouts.
Gosh.
As they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. A big play here.
I would run it with Henry, but I don't want to risk him getting stuck at the line.
Levis.
Tight end. Get out of bounds. There we go. All right, all right. I still want to be aggressive here and try to get this thing done in regulation. We are in field goal range. I don't want to risk too much, but I still want to try to go for the win. There we go. That's perfect. Burks out of bounds, first down. Or Spears, excuse me, our backup running back out there and split wide. Why not?
Here's 1st and 10. Levis, he'll look to throw it.
Samuel, the catch.
Over the middle,
first down for Samuel. Let's go. Timeout.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Okay.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts.
So,
as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
There's no solid running plays on this thing.
Here we go. 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he gets
All right.
there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain
One
of 3.
timeout left.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Henry, up the gut, touchdown. Let's go. With 15 seconds left. That was risky running it, but just need to get in there. Now but they need a touchdown for the win. They can't settle for a field goal. But wow, what a drive by Will Levis. I don't know who made that big-time catch that I had to use her, but whoever did it, you're the hero.
Oh, and a nice tackle, a 6-yard pickup, but they need more than that.
11 seconds
going to go
left.
ahead and use their first timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man.
All right, caught it, but there's 3 seconds left, and you don't need 3. You need 4 points to win.
This is 1st and 10.
All right, this is it.
A final shot now for Lawrence. This for all the marbles.
Oh, that's way out of bounds. Game's over. We win. All right. 2-14 Jacksonville almost beats us. Wow. But Will Levis put together a last-minute touchdown drive with Derrick Henry getting 2 touchdowns in the second half, and we were able to get the win and all but wrap up the AFC South crown. So, big-time win. Had me on the edge of my seat. I'm glad I decided to play this game, or else we probably would have lost.
So for Tennessee, they get that important 10th win to finish the regular season.
But we win 10 games this season, which is more than what I expected. And we're heading to the playoffs. Wow. That was a hard-fought game. Points were at a premium and hard to come by. Will made the plays when he had to, but there's still work to be done, for sure, with him in terms of his development. But look where we are. We are in the playoffs, and not only are we in the playoffs, but we won the AFC South, and we're the only AFC South team in the postseason. So it's the Bengals against the Chargers, Jets against the Patriots, us against the Las Vegas Raiders, hosting a home playoff game, and the Chiefs have the bye. Eagles have the bye in the NFC. It's Lions, Falcons, Saints, Buccaneers, 49ers, and Cowboys. So here we go for the playoffs. Wow, what a just great way to end the season. But it's not over yet. Let's get to the playoffs. Let's get ready to face off against the Las Vegas Raiders coming to town. Keep the white pants on for us. All right. First round playoff win would be huge for us to accomplish that already in year 2 of this rebuild with a young quarterback. Build his confidence. But, you know, with these rebuilds, the first crack I get at the playoffs, I always try to go my hardest and, you know, try to win every game. But sometimes, you know, I get to the playoffs and I don't finish it in the Super Bowl. But we'll see.
Today,
but we're at home, Nashville.
Nissan Stadium in Nashville,
the roster
Tennessee.
that's, you know, got some question marks to it, and we had to deal with some injuries throughout the season at the beginning of the year. So we've overcome that, and we're in the playoffs with Will Levis as our quarterback. So that's an accomplishment. So here we go, wild card weekend. We're actually starting in not the best field position. We've got a little bit of breathing room.
Backed up toward their own goal line. On first down,
all right, Burks
Levis.
Over the middle, start with a nice basic pass play, and Burks actually powers his way through the first. Not bad at all.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
All right. Football. There it goes. Spears, ooh, with the little nice juke on him for a first down run. Way to go.
Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. Levis now off of play action.
Oh, man, he gets sacked. That probably wasn't the best thing.
Sack. Max Crosby. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Tipped away.
Nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Levis sets up to throw here.
There we go, Hopkins. Way to make the grab. Let's go.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 1st and 10. It's Levis.
Hopkins with another grab. 1st down. But passing is hard to come by right now. Not just in this game, but in the last game too. I think our O-line is a little bit more banged up, so pretty tough for a young guy like Will.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry.
Can't get back to the line.
Second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Sometimes the run blocking's there, and sometimes it isn't. It's always a mixed bag. Muscle cramps, let's put him back in.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
Split out to the left. Seems like a solid move. First catch for him. Our running back out of the back.
A gain of 15. 1st and 10.
Trap play here for Henry.
Henry up the middle.
Break.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
He's running hard. We just can't get anything going on the ground for this first drive.
That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Levis back to throw.
Hop makes the grab. He's down at the 1. Nice going, DeAndre.
For him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. Trying to punch it.
That was a bad idea.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Levis to throw it.
Thomas open.
Looking left side, and he's got him.
We get the touchdown with our backup tight end, Thomas. Let's go. All right, just what we needed. That was a methodical, that was a tough drive. But hopefully that's a spark plug that we need to start the playoffs.
Coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd
I don't know who this quarterback is.
In the 2nd quarter. On 3rd down, Mayfield.
It's Baker Mayfield. And we get the sack on Baker. Let's go. So no Jimmy G, no Aiden O'Connell. It's Baker Mayfield, quarterback. So how about that? All right, we're still up 7-0. Not a whole lot of scoring in this first half, but
let's find out. It's 1st and 10 inside the red zone. He will push his way down to about the 14. A short gain of just over 2
I don't want to abandon it just yet, but
clock dips inside of 3 minutes. A 2nd down throw from Levis.
There we go.
Targeting
Thomas.
Making the catch.
Touchdown for Thomas. 2nd touchdown catch of the game for him, and the 2nd touchdown pass for Will. Nice job. The Raiders finally scored. Still in the 2nd quarter. We got 49 seconds left.
In the first half, so the clock is becoming a factor.
Try to be aggressive and maybe see if we can get at least a field goal
on their own side of the field. Flushed out right.
Wide open.
They've got his man. Complete.
Timeout.
And they'll get this well past midfield.
Starting tight end is wide open, came open, nice throw downfield. Beautiful.
39 yards there, a big one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Levis.
Can we do the check down? Yeah, we can. Okay, well, it is what it
to his running back, complete. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Back to throw, it's Levis.
And I almost killed the drive. All right, well, 5 seconds left, 3rd down. Let's kick the field goal. Let's get some points. Try to be a little aggressive there and try to go for 7, but almost threw an interception. But coup is true, and we get the field goal to go up by 10. into halftime. So that's good. That's good. I don't like the Jacksonville game. Points are at a premium. Well, the Raiders have got 7, so we're in the fourth quarter now. Skip an entire quarter. We've got a 1st and 10, but we're in the red zone, so we're doing okay.
18, 1st and 10.
So maybe risk. Let's go with a screen.
1st and 10. Here's Levis.
Sam,
Be caught by
gosh, I'm just all over all the tight stuff.
And this one goes nowhere.
I don't know what I meant by that, but
back at the
you know,
22.
we haven't been able to really run the ball much today, and they're kind of keying in on everything.
As they come up second down.
Getting kind of tense right now.
Buying time to
Run it, Will. Get that block. There we go. Just get out of bounds. All right, so we were able to get 7 yards on the scramble.
Before he's out of bounds.
So we got 6 yards to go
Gets
now.
him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
6. C spot.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Hopkins.
He's got his target.
And Hopkins is in for 6. Let's go. Wonderful. Just what we needed.
Hopkins.
We're back up by 10. 4th and 7. This is kind of getting to the desperation time for the Raiders, even though there's 3:29 to go. We got to make a stop. Oh, we could have gotten an interception off the tip drill, but hey, that was 4th down. Doesn't matter. Off the field. Nice job, Dean. Okay. Now it's your time, Derrick Henry. You got to take us home. 3rd and 2. Let's run the football. Pound.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today.
There we go, Derrick. 71 yards, 19 carries. I know it's been a rough day running the football, but now is when we got to finish this game. We got to give you the football.
We drop you back into the action.
Got to end this game.
Ball in the red zone. Offense has it with a 1st down. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage.
Derrick. Oh, there's a flag. Probably a hold.
Into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
It is. And who else would it be but on Connor Williams? That's Cowboy Connor Williams right there. Even though he's been solid for us this year. All right, I'm sorry, Connor. That's just poetic justice. Derrick Henry, I don't want you to go out of bounds. Okay, all right.
Free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
How many Titans do the Raiders still have? All right, they have 1 timeout left.
You'd have to think likely
we just got to run this thing and get it over
here.
with.
2nd and 11. Again, it's Henry.
Here we go, Derrick. 1st down. Touchdown. Falls into the end zone. That's your reward for all the hard work you've been doing all day today, sir. And that's going to put the nails in the coffin by 17.
Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the 4th quarter. 4th down, Mayfield. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets.
Adams made a heck of a catch. But it doesn't matter. We get the win 31-14 over the Raiders in the wild card round of the playoffs. Exceeding expectations is an understatement. Didn't think we'd make the playoffs, let alone win a playoff game, but we did.
So that'll just about do it for
Will Levis had a good day throwing the football. We had no turnovers, 249 yards. We had 142 rushing yards. So, and we get the 17-point win over the Raiders. This game was pretty tight in the beginning for most of the first half, but once we went up and got the field goal to go up 17-7 at halftime, I feel like that was the spark we needed to kind of, get this win in the bag. So, big win. At home, it's big to win at home, so big first playoff win for the rebuild. Pretty big. All right. Will Levis played a good game, so he won his first playoff game. So that's an accomplishment for that kid. Let's check out the playoff bracket and let's see what else happened in Wild Card Weekend. So the Chargers actually went up and upset the Bengals, so the number 2 seed is out. And the Patriots upset the Jets. So in the wild card round on the AFC side, all the lower seeds won except for us. So we're going to face the Patriots and the Chiefs are going to face off against the Chargers. I'm pretty confident that it'll be the Chiefs we face in the AFC Championship game. So a rematch of the 2019 AFC title. Got the Lions against the Falcons, and the Falcons beat the Lions. The Bucks beat the Saints, and the 49ers beat the Cowboys barely. So kind of same with the NFC side, where 2 of the 3 lower seeds won, but not the 4th seed. But not the 5th seed. So it's 49ers and the Bucks, and the Eagles and the Falcons. So that's what it's looking like for the divisional round of the playoffs. We've got the Patriots on deck. I don't really know how good they are. I don't really know. They do have an 88 overall Jabril Peppers. So on paper, I think we're a little bit better than them. So hopefully we'll be able to get a win and get to the AFC Championship game for the first time since 2019. It's been 2019 since the Titans got there. They faced Mahomes in his first in his first Super Bowl run. Ryan Tannehill was still there. They still had Derrick Henry, of course, but they lost. But that's what we're trying to get to now. Only difference is we got a second-year quarterback in Will Levis out of Kentucky. So let's see if we can get to the AFC Championship game. In the meantime, while I'm letting this loading screen go, let me check Twitter and see if anything in free agency happened. 93 new posts. Let's see.
Today, from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's the AFC Divisional Round Playoffs.
Nothing really new.
EA Sports.
Gus Edwards to the Chargers.
It's the Tennessee Titans taking on the
All
New
right.
England Patriots.
Just a tick under 70,000 packed in here at Nissan Stadium.
All right, well, no really big free agent moves happening within the hour that I was doing the streaming, so it is what it is. Sorry, guys. I'm just kind of like, curious to see what happens with, kind of the whole NFL. I mean, it's already been a crazy first day of free agency, and it's not even over yet, so I don't know. All right, but let's get back to us. All right, so we got our opening drive. We want to get this thing going off right. Let's get a run going with Spears. I really want this running game to be better this game. So far, with Spears getting a nice 22-yard run, I'd say we're off to a pretty good start.
That good for 22 and a first down. Levis out of the shotgun now.
Hopkins with another spectacular catch. Big first down.
He takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So into Pat's
really impressed with how well we
10.
played this season, winning the division and winning a playoff game. We've had a good year.
A short throw taken in by a Conquo.
All right. Got a 7-yard pickup for the tight end.
Ran the perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync.
I wish he didn't come back from the
great
football,
communication.
But
and as he
Judon was right there to make the tackle.
You see him pointing,
base,
communicating.
1 yard to go. Let's pick it up with
Passed him
Spears.
off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On third
That block.
down, here's Spears.
Get up. Just pick it up. Okay, there we go. All right, we kind of ran into a back of our guy, but we still picked up the first.
A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Levis
Thomas wide open over the middle. Our hero from the last game with 2 touchdown catches has his first catch of the game.
2 to go on 2nd down. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry.
Middle. Derrick Henry finds his way to Pater.
Touchdown.
Perfect. Just the way I wanted to start off this game. Derrick Henry touchdown. 3rd and 2.
This defense already looking at a deficit on the scoreboard, but now what can they design here to disrupt this 3rd down play?
Derrick, pick it up. Power your way forward. First down.
And the broken tackle helps lead
Nice
to a 1st down gain. This offense has marched the ball down the field nicely. In good position, can they finish the drive off? 1st and 10 in the red zone. Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. Open man is Samuel. Complete.
Curtis.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play
get to the outside.
of this first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. We are up by 7. It's low scoring right now, but hopefully that changes on this drive. We can add more to our
Ready
lead.
for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession.
We're 1 yard short.
They needed 2. They could only get
We don't have to
one.
let us go for it or not. You know what? It's the playoffs. Let's get dangerous. Let's go for it. Halfback gut. Derrick Henry's in. Let's get it. Come on. Derrick, first down, touchdown. Nice. Derrick Henry, 2 rushing touchdowns in the first half.
With a second touch.
Patriots are on the board. But we're back on offense, once again in the red zone.
A red zone alert as we take you back into it with a 1st and 10 down at about the 12-yard line. And he'll be dropped at about the 11.
Probably cut back with Henry like that, but 1 yard is still a yard.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see.
2-minute warning. We're still up 7. Points are hard to come by in this one, kind of like the Raiders game in the first half. So we got to take advantage when we get down here.
Here's Levis.
Oh! Burks was right there. Will, come on, man. Got to hit those. Got to hit them.
That is a rare incompletion from him.
It's like Matt Jones starting the
He has percentage completion.
I don't really know why he's now traded to Jacksonville, because he's just going to back up Trevor Lawrence. He's not going to start over Lawrence in Jacksonville. Hawkins for the first down. Nice job.
They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I saw that trade yesterday. I was like, what the actual heck is the Jaguars doing with bringing in Matt Jones when they're not probably going to give him the starting quarterback? But anyway, Derrick Henry, 3 rushing touchdowns on the day. He's having a great bounce-back playoff game. The Patriots are still hanging around. All right, we're on defense for the first time in this simulation. 3rd down and 5.
Trying to preserve a very slim lead in the 3rd quarter. Now Jones.
Oh, good, he dropped the football. All right, our guys got there in the nick of time to kind of put the pressure on the receiver, but still, I thought he was going to catch that ball. Back on offense, the Patriots did get a field goal. We're in the 3rd quarter still, so we're only up by 4 points. I want to get this first down.
On 3rd down.
Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man, just run. Get there. Yeah, we're a couple of yards short.
The 35 before going out of bounds.
I don't think we'll go. I don't know if we should go for it here or not. Well, let's try the 51-yarder with Koo.
Coming from Younghoe Koo. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard.
I don't know if this is going to get there. Oh, it does. Wow, what a clutch kick by Koo. So that definitely puts us firmly up by 7. That's a big kick. I know it's a field goal, but that could potentially be a pretty big field goal for us. We're having a pretty good drive down the field.
Really nice
Still up by 7. It's the 4th quarter.
1st and goal.
Taking advantage here. Come on, Spears.
Here's a give to Spears. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
They keep it on the ground.
Derrick Henry has 4 rushing touchdowns in this playoff game. It's beautiful. Love to see it.
Derrick Henry. No hesitation in this situation. Down a couple scores late in the game. This offense is staying out there on 4th.
Now
run for it. It's Stevenson.
Oh, is he short? I think he's short. He is. We stopped him. Wow, that's big. That might potentially end the game, guys. We just got to hold on to the ball.
Fourth quarter, and it's kind of getting to be
Third and
desperation
inches.
time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on third down.
Henry gets
he is
the
going
first.
to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
First and 10. At this point, it's all about just running it and draining the clock. We're going to get our second playoff win of this season and advance to the AFC Championship game.
And now we'll see a
Big
timeout
year.
used on
Big
defense as they
year
stop
for
it
us.
right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
So it looks like we're playing on a Saturday night, and Kansas City and LA play tomorrow. So that game, of course, will determine our fate. Because if the Chargers somehow upset the Chiefs, we would host the AFC Championship game, which would be fantastic to get home field advantage for the AFC title. But my gut instinct tells me that we're going up to Kansas City to face them.
Going for the knockout punch.
5 rushing touchdowns for Derrick Henry.
Touchdown, Titans.
Love to see it.
It's a
5
situation in the
draw
fourth
play.
quarter. Time to see if
Henry.
this defense is up to the
5.
task.
Clock's winding down, so I'm just going to take my time with snapping this ball.
On third down, Henry.
Pounding him to death. 195 yards and 5 rushing touchdowns for Derrick Henry. Set up in victory formation. And not snap it, and it's over. So we're headed to the AFC Championship game in year 2.
As we say so long, everybody.
Big win. Derrick Henry, career game, 5 rushing touchdowns. Our offense, really unstoppable. We ran the football so well that Will didn't even really have to throw the football very much. We just were able to hook our wagon up to Henry and said, hey, take us to the AFC Championship game. We only had 137 passing yards for the game. So we were able to run the football and really play some old school football to get this win. 38-17 is the final. So we won our first 2 playoff games by a decently comfortable margin in the first 2 games. But I think that all changes in the AFC Championship. Unless the Chargers pulled off a miraculous upset and beat the Chiefs in the divisional round. But I don't know about that. We'll see what happened with the rest of the postseason. We'll see what happened with the rest of the league. First things first, let's upgrade some players. Joe Alt, developing nicely. Yep, it is the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Championship. First playoff game that we got to go on the road. Let's take a look at how the rest of the playoffs shaped up for this week. So the Chiefs actually, they beat the Chargers, 21-17, which is a pretty close game. But still, we got to go up to Arrowhead to face them. And the Falcons upset the Eagles. The 49ers beat the Bucks. So it is the 49ers and the Falcons in the NFC Championship. So number 4 versus number 7 seed. So the NFC got pretty shaken up. The 1 and the 2 seed both fell out. But the 1 seed in the AFC is still playing, the Chiefs. So if we win this game against Kansas City and get to the Super Bowl, it's going to be either the 49ers or the Falcons who we're going to face in the Super Bowl this year. Year 2 did not expect us to be on the doorstep of getting to the Super Bowl for the first time for the Titans since 1999. But we're on the verge of doing so. And Derrick Henry won AFC Offensive Player of the Week with 5 rushing touchdowns. So good job for him. I guess it's just really the classic deal of, the wide open offense with the Chiefs versus a team that has a young quarterback that's relying heavily on a nice run game and probably the best running back in the National Football League right now, and a solid receiver in DeAndre Hopkins. Kind of a tale of different tapes, but it's a rematch of the 2019 AFC Championship game. Last time the Titans went up to Arrowhead in the postseason, they lost, and it sent them into really a tailspin. But I'm here to right the wrong. I'm here to get this team over the hump, see if I can get the Titans to the Super Bowl in only my 2nd year of running the team. but we'll see. It's going to be tough going up to Arrowhead.
Today.
Gardner Minshew signing a 2-year deal with the Raiders. Okay. Very interesting there.
It's the AFC.
Meanwhile, nothing going on with my Dallas Cowboys. But you know what? What do I expect? Jerry and Steven are not all in. They're all in on making the fan base miserable. All right. So let's get to the AFC title game. Let's get the win over Kansas City.
Titans of Tennessee, first drive of the game. Let's get to it. Levis will look to throw on the first play from scrimmage.
Nope. Hopkins making a move and getting a first down. Good way to start off.
13 yards on the game's opening play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A toss right to Henry.
Couldn't quite get around the corner. They were ready. I think I might just have to stop running that stretch play, guys. Every game that I've played so far, the defense has been all over it. Whether it's Henry or Spears, the defense can just sniff that out.
Somewhere never showed up.
Rabel, we got to remove that from the playbook entirely. Just over the head of the defender, Curtis Samuel with a first down. He's been a good addition. You know, he's not like a starting receiver right now for us technically, but he's really helped us out to give, you know, Levis plenty of weapons to help get to this point of the AFC title game.
Eluding the pressure right.
All right, let's just run it with Will. Just duck out of bounds and get the first.
Just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Nice job.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Hopkins with another first down pickup. And Levis is 3 for 3 so far.
This one down to about the 20-yard line. A first down carry for Henry. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Again to Henry. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
A little risky here on the quarterback draw with Will.
Quarterback draw.
That might have been a little bit of a risky thing to call, but he almost got to the end zone.
That'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Whatever it takes.
Henry.
Derek, get in there. Into the end zone for his first touchdown. That's good way to start the game. Especially on the road here in Kansas City. It's tough to win up here. It's tough for anybody to win up here in these conditions. All right, and of course they're already driving down the field on us. Here's Mahomes. I love you, Mahomes, but we got business to take care of, sir. 3rd and 4. Come on, Andre, get there. Get home. Oh, couldn't get there. Instead, they get Tony for the first. Out of the witness protection program, I guess. I mean, for real. Like, Tony was never hurt. He was just benched because of that stupid thing that he did with being lined up offsides. How do you be a receiver for at least 2 years in the National Football League and not know that you got to check with the official to make sure you're not offsides? As many brain cells as J.R. Smith. But the Chiefs actually did get a first down, a touchdown, excuse me, so they got this game tied up at 7, so we got to get down this field and break the tie, hopefully. All right. Well, it got us in a 1st and goal situation here.
This offense has been sustaining a nice, long, successful drive here. Now they're looking to finish it off. 1st and goal in the red zone.
All right.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
At the 3-yard line.
40 yards to rushing for him now to this point.
Oh, man.
So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. One of the tight ends comes in motion. They'll give it to him again.
Cut back, touchdown.
Into the end zone.
Nice job.
For a Tennessee touchdown.
2 rushing touchdowns on the day for Henry.
Coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the 2nd quarter. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. pitch and catch
Of
here
course,
to
there's
Travis
Kelsey wide open.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Still dating Taylor Swift or no?
Second.
I don't know. 35.
Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. Mahomes now to throw. He gets this one complete to Rice. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle. Let's get back into the action. The situation, ball in the red zone. It's second down, and the defense needing to step up.
Low-scoring game, kind of like the last 2 playoff games, but Chiefs got a powerful offense. They can come back at any time.
The 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. AFC title game, second quarter action. 2 minutes to play.
Thanks to 2 Derrick Henry rushing touchdowns. At least it didn't snow. That could have been bad. Although it does get cold in Nashville.
Mahomes now on first down. Over the middle, it's complete.
No, Tony.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some...
We almost got home to Mahomes, but instead he found Hardman for the touchdown. All right. Well, we could go down the field for a 2-minute drill here. We have an opportunity. 3 timeouts left. This is pretty critical territory right here. We gotta take advantage of the opportunities here. Oh man, I would have had him if Chris Jones wasn't right there to swat the ball.
And incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's second and 10 again from the 25-yard line.
Samuel, wide open.
Now a nice throw here, right
Good
side.
job,
He holds
Curtis.
it in. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So the big play moves it all the way across midfield. It's first and 10 from the 45. Working from the gun. Here's Levis. Oh, what a catch.
Oh, breaking away is Hopkins.
Down,
there we go. Beautiful.
Reaching the 10-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now again, it's Levis looking to throw it. That's complete once again to Hopkins.
Let's call a timeout. Let's preserve some of
Titans
this
going to
time.
use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage.
Well, now that we're having since we're having a good drive for this 2-minute warning, I think we can definitely be a little bit semi-aggressive and try to go for 7.
Snap will come from
just because it's the AFC Championship and it's for getting a chance to go to the Super Bowl. Gotta go all in. And Burks open for the touchdown. Let's go. Haven't heard a lot from Burks lately, but when he makes catches, it matters. Nice job.
This offense has been
we got a turnover? We got a chance to do this again? Wow, okay, all right. Now we're starting to cook. Tight end, wide open touchdown. Wow. Will Levis with back-to-back touchdown strikes. And that's a big boost going into halftime. Kansas City is coming back. Down by 5, but we scored again. It's the 4th quarter. Wow, okay, so a lot has transpired.
We drop you back into the action in a 1-score game.
They're driving for the go-ahead touchdown.
They need to get the ball back to
minutes
their
left
offense.
in this game. Make the tackle. Let's go. Nice job, Wise.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Mahomes
Farley couldn't knock it. Oh, my gosh.
He's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 22-yard line.
2 minutes.
Quarter, down to
2 minutes to the Super Bowl.
And we've got a 1-score game.
We're up by 5, but Kansas City is driving.
The ball as we welcome you back.
I really want to stop them, but if they score, we can still win it with a field goal.
Mahomes will throw.
Rice is open again.
To the 11 before he's brought down. First and 10.
We got to do a little bit of blitz action.
Try and get to the line quickly.
That tackle, all right. We're not in yet.
They'll come up now on second down.
Cover two. Get Mahomes. Oh my gosh! How in? Oh my!
It's a touchdown.
Oh my God!
Second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Chiefs have taken the lead here now in the fourth quarter of this championship game.
You all saw that.
There it is, partner. You see it. 4 fingers. What does that mean?
Show the replay.
Signifies the fourth quarters here.
That's right.
We have him dead to rights.
Teams are holding them up. We own the
And
fourth quarter,
the
but we found
lineman
them
like
so
gets
far.
in
2
front of him,
touchdowns
and
to
oh
him,
my!
And now they've taken.
EA Sports, you're playing me now.
Titans offense,
And they went for 2 and they got it.
The last series form a little disappointing,
God.
forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
No.
Levis'
Down
throw
Hopkins.
pulled
That's a
in by
start. Come on.
Hopkins.
Hurry up. Hurry up.
Here's 1st down. Here's Levis.
Break away from him on that route. Here we go.
Hopkins making the
Timeout. We got to
catch.
call timeout.
The Titans
50
gonna
seconds.
use the first of their timeouts.
Hopkins fortunately
As
had
the
2
clock
really
shows
monster
50
catches his
seconds
first
to
drive.
play here in quarter number 4. 2 timeouts
We had
still
Mahomes
available
on a
in this
sack.
final minute. It's
And he
1st
just
and 10
shifted
now.
back a little bit, and he found Hardman for the touchdown. That's just...
Levis.
But you know what? That's Mahomes. He's He's Houdini.
Gonna be incomplete.
It is who he is.
Hold on to that one.
No
It's
wonder this
second
team's been the
down.
best all year. We may just have to settle for overtime.
They'll
Try our luck.
again here. 2nd and 10. Levis, he'll look to throw it.
Here we go.
He'll complete this one.
Makes
to
a big time
Okonkwo.
catch for us.
And he gets this
Call
one
another
inside
timeout.
the 15, just
I
a
want to
yard
preserve
or
that
2
other
shy
timeout.
of
We
the
can,
10.
based on how well
Now
we're doing, we can
Tennessee
still be
gonna
aggressive
use
and try to go for
the
the
second of their
touchdown. Break
timeouts.
this.
That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And they can only stop it once more. Here's 1st and 10. Levis to throw. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Levis. They set up the
Henry
screen for Henry.
is in.
And he's
Touchdown,
across
Derrick
for a
Henry on the
touchdown.
screen pass.
It's likely
Risky,
to be
but we got it.
here in the
Wow,
closing
what a clutch
stages.
drive by Will Levis. And now the Chiefs got to go for the touchdown just to try to win it.
As we take you down for
Wow.
the final moments.
Revenge is a dish best served ice cold in Arrowhead. Incomplete. That was kind of anticlimactic because there's still 11 seconds left. But still, they have to get a touchdown here. They can't settle for 3.
Here's Mahomes.
Sacked. Game over, Mahomes. Game over.
So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get him in the end zone.
Wow. What a... And we get a pick to ice the game. Game over.
And his guys will take over.
We're going to the Super Bowl. Tennessee Titans headed to the Super Bowl for the first time since 1999. Been a long time coming.
And good night.
We had a solid 10-point lead. We let them back in, let them take the lead. But Will Levis had a touchdown drive that was clutch in the end. That'll go down in Tennessee Titans lore, right up there with the Eddie George, Steve McNair days. And the Tennessee Titans are headed to the Super Bowl for the first time since '99. Second appearance in the World Championship game. Wow. So it's the 49ers or the Falcons who we're facing. And the Titans get their revenge on the 2019 AFC title where they were knocked out by the Chiefs, and we get the win. Wow. Year 2 in the Super Bowl. Did not expect this. But hey, I did that in the Raiders rebuild, and we didn't win it. We didn't finish it. Let's be weekly awards. Derrick Henry, 3 rushing TDs. He had the reception touchdown on the screen, And Roger had 7 tackles and interception to win AFC Defensive Player of the Week. So we had 2 Titans win Player of the Week honors. Beautiful. Not going to look at Pro Bowl roster because we're playing the Super Bowl, so we're not going to have anybody going to the Pro Bowl. Let's go to Chris Roberts and see if I can do any upgrades with him with 13 skill points to spend. Let's do that. All right, got 5 points left. Save those for later. All right. Roster. All right. Let's advance to Pro Bowl week, and let's get ready to play in the Super Bowl. Going up against the 49ers. 49ers were the team that we lost to in year 2 of the Raiders rebuild, and they pretty much still had everybody. So something tells me this 49ers team is very similar to the one that took the field last year. And they got a 99 overall Christian McCaffrey. So it's a battle of 2 of the best running backs in the league, Derrick Henry and Christian McCaffrey. Rare that you talk about running backs in a Super Bowl because these 2 quarterbacks are not really heralded. You got Will Levis going up against Brock Purdy. 49ers actually are only 9-8 this season, so they didn't have really as dominant of a year as I would have thought. But it is what it is. Let's check out the yearly awards. Let's see if we had any Titans up for any awards this year. So Dak won MVP, and Coach of the Year went to Nick Sirianni. So those teams had good years, but are not the Super Bowl. AFC, Nico Collins won Offensive Player of the Year. Derrick Henry finished 5th. Defensive Player of the Year in the AFC. Christian Wilkins finished 4th, so solid. Offensive Rookie of the Year. I don't think we had anybody here. No, we didn't. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Nobody there. Best QB. No sign of Will. Best running back, Derrick Henry. Best running back in the AFC this year. No sign of Spears, though. Best receiver. No sign of DeAndre Hopkins. Best offensive lineman. Nobody. Best defensive lineman goes to Christian Wilkins. Well, no, not to Christian Wilkins. He finished 4th. And Jeffrey Simmons finished, what did he finish? Jeffrey Simmons finished 9th. Okay, good for him. Best linebacker. Nobody. Best DB. No one here. Best kicker. No love for Koo. Okay. So Derrick Henry won best running back in the AFC. So shout out to him. I'm sure he would have made the Pro Bowl if we didn't get to the Super Bowl. So hopefully this is a rebuild that I'll be able to finish. The 49ers ruined my chances to finish the Raiders Super Bowl, in my opinion. The Raiders rebuild. Today, I'm going to have my personal revenge against Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, and Brock Purdy. I guess it's really the old adage when it comes to me in rebuilds. You let me get in the playoffs, more than half the time, I'm going to have the team in the Super Bowl. But we got to finish it. We got to finish the job in the Super Bowl. I think this will be played in New Orleans. Oh no, we're going to Cowboy Stadium. All right.
It's Madden NFL football.
Playing this game in Jerry World against the 49ers. You know, I should remember that because this is the Super Bowl stadium that the Raiders 49ers one was in the last rebuild that I did for year 2. Because in year 2 of Caleb Williams' rookie year, we made it this far. Here we go. Super Bowl Titans.
Off the play fake, Levis.
Thomas.
Short throw there, caught by Thomas.
A little bit of playoff hero. Got a good block right there and a first down.
25 at the 24.
Yeah, good block.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to, and he was thinking about it.
Henry almost got it off the tip. But
and he saw that his team was good. If he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handle winning, losing.
First down catch by our starting tight end.
Practice,
There we go.
all those things.
Okonwu.
And then trust your gut.
He's made plays in the playoffs when he counts. So I've been impressed with him.
And give your team the best chance to win.
1st and 10, it's Levis. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
A little bit here.
Henry up the middle. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12. Back to throw, it's Levis. Short throw
Thomas.
to tight end Thomas. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards. And
Year-old
another
quarterback in Will Levis. The Titans to a Super Bowl victory would be a great headline for newspapers tomorrow.
Down at the 22. 2nd and 7. Levis out of the shotgun now.
He got smacked, but he almost got the first. So we'll take it.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Derrick Henry. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. This is caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry.
And Derrick Henry is in for the touchdown. Good opening drive, just the way we wanted to start it out. A lot of time, though, but whatever. Back on offense.
2nd quarter, this defense looking for a big 3rd down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense.
It's like zone run, hit. Oh, he didn't get there, did he? No, he's inches short. Will they let us make a decision? No, they didn't let us go for it. We are on defense.
All right, this defense hoping they can hold
49ers,
firm in the red zone. Not looking too good right now as their counterparts are set up with a 2nd and inches situation. Purdy. Is caught at the 7-yard line.
Devo.
And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. They'll try to run with McCaffrey.
Pick it up. Fumble. Let's go. Way to go, defense. Wilkins knocked it out of McCaffrey's hands, and we got the ball. Nice job, defense.
Just inside of 2 minutes for this offense. 2nd quarter. They've got the football on their own side of the field.
First half's gone by. Henry, I'm not expecting him to make crazy catches like that.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Levis back to throw. A shot downfield for Burks.
Of course that would happen. God. Oh, man. Tip drill. Physics did not work in my favor. All right, well, we can still stop 3rd and 7.
Stop in the 2nd quarter. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be in.
4th down. They get the field goal, though. Take a few more shots. Oh, we can take it. Yeah, if we get one more good shot and we get the timeout.
Levis looking to throw.
That kick.
And this one is incomplete.
Of course.
Going with the dime, looked up here.
Well, 2nd half. didn't get the points at the end of the half like I thought were critical, but it's been a tight game. It's still 7-3 in the third quarter.
Can the defense reign supreme once more on
scored since the
out.
first drive, and Will threw a bad pass.
He was open.
I threw a bad pass. 56-yard field
So
goal.
now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance.
Points.
And his kick is good.
And coup is good. All right.
That one as it's good from 56
Now we're up by 7.
yards out. And they
The way this game is shaping up now, it's going to be a tight-fought game, and any points we can get, even field goals, are going to be critical. 49ers tied it up. So now it's the fourth quarter, and we got to finish.
Tie game. This defense looking for a huge third down stop.
I'm just breathing hard because I know that the Super Bowl that I had against the 49ers, and I was playing with the Raiders, it was close. We made a couple of bad decisions in the fourth quarter that I had control that prevented us from winning that Super Bowl, so I don't want to make those again. It can't happen again. Not to me, not to this team. Not against this team.
Henry.
Good run. We got a goal-to-go situation. All right. Kind of morphing into the 4-minute offense here. Just got to hold on to the ball. We get 7 here. That's big.
They come up on 1st and goal. They'll motion out one of the tight ends.
Sniffed it out.
Maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
So they're running this one time. If we don't get anything,
here's 2nd and goal.
It's going to be a passing situation. Henry, touchdown. Big touchdown for Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry.
Just what the doctor ordered. All right, 3 minutes to go.
For the
49ers
here is simple. Get a stop. They've got a one-score, 7-point lead. On 1st down, Purdy connects with Kittle underneath.
Broke the first one, ain't going to break the second one, Kittle.
Pick up a 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They've played well in the playoffs.
Here, 2nd and 3.
As well as they can.
Now a give, right side, McCaffrey.
Oh, McCaffrey hit me with the spin and almost got the first. Oh, well, I say almost. I thought he got it, but he didn't.
Boy, just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches.
I know what you're going to do.
Purdy bootlegging it.
Incomplete. I thought for sure they were going to run it, but fortunately we had our tight coverage on everybody. So Purdy, we got pressure on Purdy and he couldn't make the throw.
So it's 49er football.
So because there's 2 minutes left, I'm going to sell out for the run. They're going to hand it to McCaffrey. Or a juice check. Did we stop him? We did. Oh my goodness. 4th and inches, they handed to juice check and we stopped him. Wow. We're going to win this game. It's ours. It's ours to take and win this Super Bowl and complete the rebuild in only 2 years. Henry, this is all you. Finish the game. Finish the game, big fella. Finish it and take us to the finish line. Take us to the finish line, King Henry.
We're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
He may be the MVP of the Super Bowl. He deserves it. He deserves to be the MVP of the league. It's like with the Carolina Panthers rebuild. You get a solid running back in rebuilds, sometimes that's all you need. You just ride him to the playoffs, and in the playoffs you keep riding him because power football matters even in 2024.
They'll run it again with Henry.
That should have been a face mask.
Now the Niners going to signal
the animation looked like it.
Final timeout.
Guess not.
As they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
All right, come on.
Inside handoff, Henry. And they'll
Nice
bring
job,
him down
Henry.
at the 13-yard line.
3 yards to the first. Come on.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Chill out here. No timeout. Excuse me.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry.
Not only do we run it and pick up the first,
we
we're on the doorstep.
First down, and that should just about do it. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
Kneel downs for the rest of the game. I don't feel like rubbing any salt in the 49ers' wounds. We're just going to take knees and end the game. It was a hard-fought game, and it was low-scoring, but we've had some low-scoring games this season, so especially in the playoffs, but we found a way to get it done.
Time for this
Will Levis, a title in only his second year, his first full season as a starter, and the former Kentucky Wildcat helps lead us to a Super Bowl victory. I have to say helps leads because it was really mostly Derrick Henry leading the charge for us to win the Super Bowl. And the rebuild of the Tennessee Titans in Madden 24 is officially complete. Only took me 2 years, but the Titans are Super Bowl champions. Wow. I will say, I did not expect us to win the Super Bowl as quickly as we did. I actually didn't even know if we'd make the playoffs in this second year because we had to make some free agency moves. We lost a lot of guys at the start of the year due to injury. But at the end of the day, we found a way to sign some veteran guys to help us out. Derrick Henry was the truth. He was the best running back by far this year in the NFL. We were able to tool things around him and win the Super Bowl. Will played well. We had some good play from our tight ends as well in this game. Even in the playoffs, Thomas and Okonwu. DeAndre Hopkins played well. So did Burks and everybody. We didn't really have superstars at every position for this offense, and much less this defense, but we had enough talent on the offensive line, I think, to really make up for the wins that we didn't get last season. I think that made a difference for us. Derrick Henry is Super Bowl MVP. Well deserved, man.
It has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew.
I don't know if he'll retire. You know, if I was him, I'd consider it. And if he wants to retire, God bless him.
Right here on EA Sports.
But enjoy it, guys. Hold up the trophy. Will pumping his fist. Derrick Henry hoisting that thing up high. Oh, no, that's actually Al Shazier. Tennessee Titans rebuild is done. Super Bowl champions in only our second year of running the club. Not really sure what I'm going to do next, but I'm going to enjoy this for just a little bit. We'll check and see who retires. Maybe Henry will retire. Maybe we'll have a couple of veteran guys that we picked up. Maybe like Raquan Davis or maybe Jordan Hicks, who we picked up as a middle linebacker replacement when Al was banged up. We'll see. We'll see if anybody retires on top as a champion. You know, Derrick Henry, if you want to retire on top, I wouldn't mind that at all. All right. Can actually upgrade our players. It's kind of pointless right now, but season's over. Let's go ahead and upgrade them. Only took me one off season to rebuild this team into a Super Bowl champion, so I'm pretty shocked with what I was able to do this year. But I surprised myself with the Cardinals and really all the other rebuilds, so not too shocked. So the MVP was Dak. Robert Saleh actually won Coach of the Year for the Jets. Offensive Player of the Year went to Nico Collins of the Texans overall. Defensive Player of the Year, Micah Parsons of the Cowboys. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Caleb Williams for the Bucks, because I guess the Bucks drafted him. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Mason Smith from the Giants. Titans win their first Super Bowl. MVP, Derrick Henry. So I get my revenge for how the 49ers did me dirty in the Super Bowl last time during a rebuild. How do you like that? Well, let's advance to the very end of the season. Let's see who retires. And, we'll just wrap things up for the Titans rebuild. This is definitely a pretty good playoff run. Let's check out who retired. Robert Woods retired. So did Harrison Smith, Tress Way, Kevin Zeter. Tyron Smith retired. Aaron Rodgers retired. Let's see. Anybody from the Titans? Nobody from the Titans retired. Okay. So Derrick Henry's still going to come back, try to run it back. But as far as my time, that's going to be it for me. Really impressed with the way this team seemed to really overachieve. We had some big regular season wins against divisional opponents because this division race was tight. But that win that I had to end the season against the Jaguars all but wrapped up the division, and that was huge because no other team from the AFC South made it. I don't win that game, we don't get to the playoffs. I don't get to the playoffs, we don't have a chance to win the Super Bowl and complete the rebuild, and that's exactly what happened. So I'm glad I ultimately decided to play that last game against the Jaguars, and we won the rest of the way. And I led the Titans to their first Super Bowl victory. So that's going to do it for the Titans rebuild. I know it was only 2 episodes. I know it was only 2 live streams, but was ahead of schedule for this rebuild. So I'm a little bit surprised, but this is one of the teams that I did want to rebuild, and I'm glad I had the opportunity to. So I don't know what's going to be next, guys. I've alluded to in other live streams that the days of me live streaming using my PS4 may be coming to an end really this summer, and which is only really a couple of months away. Because during the dog days of summer with work and everything else going on, I'm going to get a little bit kind of, bored, if you will, because by that point, all the big stuff in the NFL is pretty much done. So things are going to kind of wind down a little bit. So anyway, but thank y'all for those who tune in to the Tennessee Titans rebuild. And I'm not really sure what I'm going to continue next. It may be my Atlanta Falcons quarterback career mode. Or it may be another rebuild, or it may be an entirely another game. I don't know. But thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good rest of your Monday.